going to show you how to remove and replace your ECU. So the first thing you want to do is remove these 3 screws right here to release the cable from the clip. Go ahead and remove these. 1, 2, and 3. Get it in there. Right. So remove your wire from the clip and separate the plug. Then from there, flip your board over and you'll see these 4 screws that hold your ECU onto your board. You can use the provided pin tool to release these, but for sake of time, I'll just go ahead and use a drill. I'll use another drill. Okay, once those 4 screws are removed, flip your board back over. You should be able to release this from the board. You'll see these 2 sets of wires that are connecting the ECU to the battery. Just disconnect those, and that's it. Set your old ECU aside, bring in the new one. With these plugs, you'll notice that there's only one way that they go in. You can't plug them in backwards. It's impossible. So I'll just line them up, push that back together all the way, and then same goes for these 2. You'll notice that it only goes in one way. Easiest way is to just line up the colors on the wires and just put it back together. So once that's done, you'll tuck the wires into this little cavity here, making sure not to get any of the wires over any of this or this rail here. Make sure it gets snug down in there. What you're looking for is a nice tight gap right here. You don't want any gap in there. Hold that in place, then flip it back over and insert a couple screws. And tighten it back down. Then you can proceed to put the rest of the screws in. Not too tight, but not too loose. And when you go to reinsert your motor wire, again, you want to make sure that you line up these 2 arrows. Make sure that this line is flush with the edge of this female end here. So you'll line up the arrows, push it back together. That's far enough. Reinsert it back into the clip. Replace your screws, and then you'll need to resync your board to your remote. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So you'll grab your remote. You want to put it in Eco and Turtle mode. Set that aside. Turn your board on. Wait for the flashing light. Then you'll take, you can also use the provided pin tool that we give you. Come over here to this Bluetooth switch and you'll go forward and right back very quickly. So go forward and back. And you'll notice this light will start flashing slower. That'll let you know it's in bind mode. From there, take your remote and you want to hold down the brake, and while you're holding the brake, turn it on. And then you'll notice a different sequence of lights, followed by a beep when the board connects. There it is. It's connected, and you can change your settings, turn off your remote, turn it back on, and you're all good to go. So this concludes the removal and assembly of the ECU.